So that you saw there was the unboxing of the brand new Nike Mercurial Vapor 17 AG in its brand new World Cup colorway, part of the Breakout Pack. So now let's do some slight explaining of the boot itself, on my first impressions, and the basic tech spec of the boot itself. But if you guys obviously want some more in-depth detail on the Vapor 17s, then you guys can check out other creators such as J Mac from Unisport or Josh from SR4U. So the first thing that you notice on the Vapor 17 Elites is definitely how truly light they are on hand, weighing at around 154 grams in a size 9 US, which is exactly the pair, the size and the shoe that I have on my hands right now. Also making it the lightest football boots ever made by Nike itself. And the reason for how light these boots are is contributed by two key factors: the upper and the sole plate. Nike for the Vapor 17 Elites has gone for a sort of rephrased new upper named AtomKnit, in which is essentially a slight modification of grip knit, in which we are all pretty familiar about. The same material used for boots like the Vapor 16s and the Phantom 6s. In short, AtomKnit is created by steaming and stretching grip knit until it's no longer able to be stretched even more, creating a micro thin structure, and not only provides a very thin, barefoot feel on the ball, but also definitely contributes to how light the boots really are in weight reduction. In comparison, the Vapor 16s approximately weigh at around 186 grams in the size 9 US, while the Vapor 17s, which I have right here right now, are weighed at approximately 154 grams. The new AtomKnit, although still has that waxy texture that we all know of from grip knit, but it's definitely not as grippy as the Vapor 16s, considering that you really only feel that waxy texture around the forefoot area, which I do actually think that, in my opinion, is better because it doesn't really give you that hardcore grippy, and you can definitely get used to it if you come from other boots that are not grip knit. Adding on a fun fact, with how stretched the material is, it actually leaves less space for dirt to stay within the knit, therefore actually making it easier to clean. In order for Nike to achieve that lightweight, responsive, and feeling for agile players like Desire Doue and Vitinha to glide across the pitch, Nike have paired the brand new upper AtomKnit with also a brand new innovative sole plate called Fly Light Plate. I know this is the AG Pro version that I have on my hands right now, so the comparison between the Superflies and the Vapors sole plate is definitely not as big as the FG version when you compare it to that. But what we can talk about is definitely how light and thin, and how close you actually feel to the ground, and how responsive the snapback really is. And definitely also the measures that Nike took to reduce as much weight as possible for the Vapor 17 Elites. You can actually see the holes that are placed on the outsole, the insole, and the heel area. It does make sense of why the boot is so light in the first place. And there comes the fit. I'll say that the fit has definitely been improved on the Vapor 17s compared to the Vapor 16s fit, which I do think one of the main reasons is because Nike has made the shoe a bit more anatomical, especially around the heel lockdown area, which definitely made the opening smaller and definitely catered more to the narrow side. I mean, this might sound weird, but I don't know what Nike had really done to the shape or whatever in detail, because I'm not someone that knows all the specs in pure detail. It was actually easier to put on the shoe compared to the Vapor 16s, which is quite interesting in how Nike actually managed to do that. But logically, you think that the smaller the opening, the harder to put on shoes, but it's actually the opposite. So I was actually really surprised about that. Nike have also made the Vapor 17 surprisingly very comfortable, considering how thin the material really is and how it's really structured. And finally, the question that everybody wants to know: the price. It does stay at 1799 HKD for retail, but I did get a bit of a deal and paid 1600 HKD, for which I think it's a great deal considering it has only been released for a few days. So now back in the studio, and that you saw right there was an unboxing and first impressions review on Nike's brand new Mercurial release, the Nike Mercurial Vapor 17 Elite AG, in its brand new World Cup colorway, part of the Breakout Pack. So if you guys and girls enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button, subscribe, comment, and share to every single person that you may know of, which would be highly appreciated for the growth of my YouTube channel. And yeah, without much else to say, I'll see you guys next time.